of skip coming in today. Really crowded on 38. I wanted to ask you guys a question. I kind of wanted to pose some kind of questions. Alright. Because, let's see here, what was it? On Friday the 13th of last month, President Trump, at 3:33 in the PM, announced that we are now in a national emergency. At that moment, the Constitution was suspended. I'm not sure if you guys are aware of that. And right now, we are now in America and in quite a few other countries around the world are now in the process of being taken over. We are now being invaded by a foreign entity. The one world government is now taking over. And most of this country are actually demanding it and wanting it and letting it happen, sitting there doing shit about it, not even complaining. You know, they're gonna sit in their home, wait it out. It's all gonna be good. It's all gonna be okay. Everything will go back to normal. I'm curious. When do you think the government is going to give all those liberties and rights back? You know, like the Constitution altogether. When do you think they're going to give them back? All right, because right now we're in the first wave. We're in the first wave, and a lot of stuff right now is really just trying to get all of those sheeple out there to accept this as the new norm. As everything starts cranking down and getting a little tighter. Which, damn it, man, I should have fucking not ignored my gut. I should have already been up in my spot and spent the last few months preparing that spot. What I did instead is I stayed here, and now I'm kind of like stuck. So I've got to move to my contingency plans. You know, my fuck it plan has now changed directions, and then there's a few others ahead of that, and a few other plans ahead of that now I'm just going to have to deal with the contingency plans, and maybe I can make my way back up there to the spot. I don't know. There's a lot of territory to cross to get there. But anyway, so things have got to be done around here. I mean, the only advantage, one of the main advantages that I have right here is that me and the other people around here know the area real well. I got a lot of family that are around here, that's grown up here all their lives. I didn't grow up here, but I got a lot of family around here that they had grown up around here and went all their lives. So, and I've spent a lot of time out this way. I mean, I've lived out here in this spot for quite a while. I mean, I think it's I don't know, something around 7 or 8 years, some shit like that. I don't know. I can't remember. I moved back down to Florida after 9/11. I was too close to all that crap up there, so I decided to come back down here where I got most of my family. And yeah, I just tried to get shit done here. My gut said that I should have been gone, but I was just like, I kept on telling myself, I'm like, okay, well, what if I'm wrong? I mean, you know, what if I just took off and went right now and went up to my spot and nothing happens? I would have lost everything here for what? You know, that was what was going through my head. And then on top of that, I was actually hoping I was kind of wrong. I mean, you know, I knew this shit was coming, and really, I'm gonna tell you, you guys have no idea what's coming. This is the first wave, okay? It's gonna come in different, you know, multiple waves, phases, and oh yeah, that was another thing too. When you start seeing these guys in camouflage, you know, like all these National Guard or whatever. Right now, at this moment, we are in a soft martial law. Okay. When all these reservists and all that stuff that were activated, when they start getting dispersed around the country, and they start moving into your neighborhoods and stuff like that, now, what you need to do is kind of pay attention about like what they're carrying, like for weapons or whatever. Now, if they move into the area and they don't have any weapons, and they're just kind of like have a presence, that's closer to a medium martial law. Okay, it's not as bad as it could be. Now, if they start coming into the area and all of them got sidearms and carrying rifles, now that's a little bit heavier than medium martial law. And this is what will almost determine what stage and what level of martial law your area is in. Anyway, now there is a good possibility that a lot of people in this country, which I love and adore, are probably going to go out and do what is called civil disobedience. Because quite honestly, in my mind, the federal government and government altogether has given themselves permission to not follow the law of the Constitution that was supposed to be their laws to follow, and they're overstepping it, and it's now tyranny, and this is a new government trying to take hold right now. This is what's really going on. The virus thing checks off all the boxes. It really does. It kind of like checks off all the boxes for them to move in and take over this country and other countries at the same time. They can use that as the scapegoat for everything that happens from this point on. They can blame it on the virus. Now, I'm gonna tell you something. If this, which I have doubts, if this virus thing is as deadly as they try to make everybody believe, which a lot of people are eating this shit up like fucking candy. It's not going to touch anybody in government. You watch. It will only affect us, the people. Nobody up there in government will be affected by it. Now, if it's not real, which is a possibility it's real, it's a possibility it's not. Now, if it's not real, I really hope people wake up fast. Honestly, man, it's going to be too damn late when they're at your doorstep. And honestly, man, I hope I'm not here when they come. I'm going to do whatever I can to be far away from wherever they're going to. I don't want to be anywhere near it. But they're going to try and get everybody. They're going to try and get every single one of you out there. Including me. They're going to try and get me too. Everybody. You know, I've had people say, man, what are you so paranoid for? You think the government's coming after you? I'm like, no. I know they're not coming after me. They're coming after all of us. All of us. This is a monolithic type conspiracy. It's not. There's not a theory. It's a for real conspiracy. And quite honestly, in some levels, the conspiracy becomes the conspiracy. I don't know if that makes any sense. Now, we as a people, if we value our liberty and freedom, which honestly, man, if you don't have that, what's the point of living, right? If you don't have that. Let me ask you this too. When somebody is backed into a corner and have nothing left to lose, what do you think is going to happen? I mean, honestly, man, they want to kill off 90% of the population of the planet. That is their goal. Okay? I sure as hell don't make... I do not intend to make it easy. And I'm just one person. And that's a lot of people out there is like, I'm just one person. I can't do nothing about it. I'm just one person. Well, I kind of relate this CB radio to that right there. I'm going to use this CB radio as an analogy. This right here. Now, this cell phone that I'm using right now to make this video relies on a cellular network that they created. Okay, every single bit of the technology that creates this cell phone was created first by the military. Every bit of it. All the software.
Power off.
Shut up. All the software, all the electronics, originally started through the military. This is a military weapon. They already have us surveilled with this. Okay? This radio, now, the only time I can be monitored is if I key up and start talking. Okay? But when it comes down to me talking to another person out there that has a transceiver, like, radio that can go to the same frequencies I can, we can talk to each other without some centralized network. We as individuals become the network. And that's what I'm talking about. When all these people out there is like, oh, I'm just one person, I can't do nothing. Well, honestly, man, that's one of the things that they don't want us to do is communicate. All right? They're going to try and limit that, control that, and censor that as much as they fucking possibly can. But we cannot. We're going to have to figure out different ways, even if it has to go old school, whatever. I mean, to me, this is old school. This is the original social network. Damn YouTube, Facebook, and all that shit. Dude, that's kids' play stuff, man. This is the real social network back in the day. This is what me and my friends used to talk on before cell phones were even invented. We still talk on this. Majority of the people are under the age of 30 do not talk on this damn thing. It's very hard to find somebody under the age of 30 still are talking on this thing. But that could change. Quite honestly, like I said, even though that we're one person, we're individuals, we could come together, and if we're able to communicate and talk to each other and find common ground, which I'm right off the bat, the New World Order or whatever you want to call it, that's a common ground right there that we all share. And we need to do this without their networks. And I know they're listening. I don't care. Eventually you're going to try and find me. I know they are. Because I talk too much. Not very many people hear it. I mean, on the digital stuff. But, I tend to say things that the powers that be probably don't want to hear. That's the thing. They're going to try and shut all of us up. I mean, I know they're not coming just for me because I'm not that big of a fish. There's a few other big fish out there. I mean, especially like for instance on YouTube, I got 62 subscribers. It hovers around 60 to 62. I lose a couple, I gain a couple, whatever. It's been right around there for as long as I can remember. However long I had the damn channel. So it's not like I'm like one of these First Amendment auditors who's got like 20,000 damn subscribers or whatever. And quite honestly, man, I am concerned for their safety. At this moment, when they can just change the rules as they go, there's a good chance that, relying on the Constitution as defense or whatever, it's not going to work because it's been suspended. Oh yeah, brings me back to the question: since the Constitution has been suspended, when do you think they're going to give those back or give the Constitution back to us? Or unsuspend it or whatever you want to call it. When do you think they're going to do it? I'm going to give you a hint. They're never going to give it back. Whatever rights they gain through you just giving them up or whatever, they retain forever and they never give them back. They might sell it back to you in the form of a privilege, They'll sell it back to you in a form of a privilege, but you have to abide by those rules that come with punishments. And then you'll be part of the system. You'll be a part of their system. Yep. You have to get permission to get your rights back. But really, they're not your rights anymore. They're privileges they just dole out to you that you have to pay for. You have to work for. When you had those were given to you by God in the first place, and they're inalienable. They can't take them away from you unless you give them up, which a lot of you are. You're going to hide in your house and, don't go outside now. They talk about fucking trying to take away the Second Amendment. Shit. They took away the whole damn Constitution and didn't even fire a shot. Yet. Because there is a point. People are going to get fed up and they're going to start waking up. And we as Americans, it's in our DNA, it's in our genes to rebel. And I'm going to tell you something, man. When a lot of these people out here start losing loved ones and then losing everything else, and they have nothing left to lose, they're going to start hunting down all of these New World Order, all these government, new world government, all this bankers, all these people. It doesn't matter what bunker they go hide in. It won't matter what rock they crawl under. It won't matter what rocket ship they get on and go fucking sit on a goddamn another rock in space somewhere. It won't fucking matter. Because you can't hide from all of us. You can't hide from all of us. Somebody will find you. Doesn't matter what country you're on, like I said, it doesn't matter if you go hide in a hole somewhere. It doesn't fucking matter. Somebody will find you. And you will have to pay the piper for what you have done to the people. That's just the way it's going to happen. I don't care what fucking, bullshit that you pumped into some quantum computer and fucking did all these damn game theory fucking shit and played it out, and you think you got this whole thing fucking orchestrated and ready to go, and fucking it's going to play out exactly the way you think. I don't think so. But what do I know, right? Fuck I know. I'm just a fucking dude that built houses for a living and sit on a damn CB radio and talk shit to people. Well, I don't really talk shit. I mean, I talk a lot of shit, but I get on the radio. I make stuff in my shop. I'm just a normal dude, man. Anyway, this video is going to take about 6 hours to download because it's already gotten up to about 24 minutes. Anyway, if you had lasted this long through my little rant, thank you so much for watching the videos, and thank you so much if you would comment. I love the comments. I like the Discord. Please like and share and all that good stuff like all them big YouTubers say. Because quite honestly, man, I used to do live streaming of Skip, of all this. I used to do live streaming of all that stuff going on when it does come in. I can't live stream anymore since YouTube put that new rule up where I have to have 1,000 subscribers to live stream on my mobile device. Because I don't have a computer. I just do everything on my cell phone. But, so yeah. Quite honestly, man, I got 62, I think, subscribers. I got a long way to go before I can do any live streaming. And, quite honestly, man, yeah, I'd like to be able to do that. So, if you know anybody, that was strange. Power just flickered. I'm gonna tell you something. Y'all be ready for the worst to come. Hope for the best, but be very ready for the absolute worst. All right, now that's the third time it's flickered. I'm gonna tell you, the power eventually will go out. The cell phones will go down. Now, if you got a CB radio, maybe we can all still talk. If you ain't got one, I'd look into getting one. And a decent antenna, you know. Like if you're doing it out of your mobile, steel whip works good, works real good. 102-inch steel whip. And honestly, man, I'm in a lightning prone area. I'm in like the lightning capital of the world down here in the Panhandle of Florida. So I would veer away from copper, like any kind of copper wire or something like that for an antenna. Like those fiberglass stuff, because lightning likes that copper. I would go with aluminum personally. Now if you put like something in the house, for like a house antenna, so you got like a little base station, like I use this mobile radio as a base station here at the house, but I've got it hooked up to a Mako 5/8, which is an aluminum antenna, and I've had better luck with that, because I've been struck a couple of times with lightning out here at the property, and lightning is a big deal. But anyway, I'm rambling again. I'm really sorry. I really appreciate all of y'all for being on my channel and subscribing and all that stuff, and I really love when you guys comment, and I'll try and bring you as whatever kind of content I can bring you, and I'm not like some other YouTubers or whatever. I just kind of do my own thing. So anyway, I appreciate all of you. This is the 1122 Wingnut for Anarchy TV. I'm back out.